Thank you for being here with me and for your messages, your comments, everything. I'm guided to talk on communication today, the importance of communication and the communication with your guides, communication with the divine in meditative practices and journaling. And it's just so delighted to see that kind of reflected back to me through a client and friend also who has shared, and I could feel the energy coming through, shared how they ramped up their own energy healing practice on themselves in their energy work and doing intentional journaling in the morning and using my own journal actually, which is on Amazon. This is an A4 example or sample that I got for myself because it's quite big. And I go big on it. But there's an A5 copy available on Amazon if you'd like to get a copy of that. And I was drawn to the section of connecting with your higher self and spirit guides and doing that myself. And just instantly things coming to me, words and concepts and sensations in my body as if it was just pouring into my being. I really recommend this. There's lots of prompts in it if you are so interested or if you do journaling yourself that if you do it in the morning and the evening, it's very great. It's great for connecting with your inner genius and your inner greatness, allowing more shine to come out and being more conscious of your every now moment reality creation. How you're constantly from moment to moment expanding on your reality creation. And in this way, you have to be fluid and open to changes and things falling away or things not working because you know you're in the flow of allowing the current to guide you and you know everything is unfolding for your highest good. From my book, what I was drawn to, because I'd mentioned in previous videos that I asked Spirit to guide me to a section that wants to be read or a theme or message for today that may support you. Link to my book is also below, but yet it says here in the communication and in feeling that you're receiving greater clarity in your path, on your path forward, as guided to the top of this page on authenticity and how it's magnetic and how although the inner work is highly transformative, and that is what we're guided to. It seems I'm going off on a tangent because this is what's coming right through, right here, right now. And this is where you have to be open to your higher self or your guides communicating with you and following that flow. We have been redirected, as you can see. The North Node is now currently in Pisces. That's highly spiritual energy. We've had the full moon in Pisces recently and the eclipse, and there's huge shifts and integration happening in the body. You may have felt guided to purge, to fast, to even feast on nourishing foods and following your own body and the intuitive messages that you're getting in really working on your gut microbiome. And Virgo season really it rules the gut, so you may be more conscious about your food choices or paying more attention to that, and also allowing your realness, allowing yourself to be. And I know this is a book by the co-founder of Mind Valley, Flossum. And that word I love, like to be flossum, to be awesome in your flaws. It's a concept. I haven't actually read the book, but I know that that's the energetics of it. And the idea of loving your imperfections and having self-acceptance in a real loving, harmonious way of cherishing yourself. I'm really feeling that energy today. And how I had seen another wealth mindset coach share my messy makes me millions. It's a lovely mantra for being in complete acceptance of yourself in the here and now moment. In there's no need to be overly perfect. There's no need to have everything so polished to perfection because the energetics of this time is realness and authenticity and truth and being as you are in boldness and shine and allowing that. And you may have seen even on my socials that my posts have been more impromptu or my reels or videos because I'm following the intuitive nudge and the alignment with just accepting what is now. While you can allow yourself to be in process, in progress as you go, refining along the way, and as you give love to that, that can be felt in the energy, your manifestation of your highest good and what really gives you a sense of heaven and earth and bliss and joy is being in complete harmony in the present moment and giving complete love to yourself and to the unfolding. So, here in the book, coming back to this now, is trust that your truth attracts what's meant for you. Authenticity is magnetic. When you embody your truth, you attract aligned relationships, you create abundance through congruent action. And that being important also in how The work of embodied leadership, as I've been talking about in previous videos, is not only about doing energetics. It can be 80% the energetics and aligning and taking care of your vessel and envisioning and using the power of your imagination. It's not passive. It requires action. It requires you to be visible. It requires you to show up. It requires you to be seen. It requires you to be willing to fall flat on your face and to give complete love to that, in unconditional love for yourself. It requires you to be willing to fail on the pathway to succeeding, because it's a mere illusion. You're simply on the trajectory of becoming. So you're already a winner. And I shared a reel on that earlier on if you like to go to my Instagram or Facebook. So you create abundance through congruent action, in which it's congruent with your frequency, with your intention, with what you want to create and amplify and magnify as your reality creation of heaven and earth. It brings you excitement, aliveness, joy. It feels in resonance with you. It's in your heart. It's broadcasted from you in your energetics. And you manifest from resonance, not from force. So it feels fluid. It's an impromptu nudge. It's divine inspiration that comes to you, which means the communication is important to keep that channel open so that you can receive. Yet not only that, the action is required to move on what comes to you, to express it, to share it, to create something. Because through that pathway of that action and releasing something into the world or sharing something with someone, you unlock greater abundance and prosperity for yourself. Like, you do yourself a disservice if you keep it passive. Action is required to truly bring the manifestation into your reality. So in summary, from these prompts, they're actually journal prompts that I have towards the end of the book, and how you can give focus to various aspects. It's actually in chapter 16, embracing visibility and embodying your sense of service work and showing up in leadership, which requires action. Know yourself deeply. Feel truth in your body. Speak and live your truth unapologetically, like owning who you are. Let go of who you're not. And that can be day to day. Align your choices with your core. Be vulnerable, be present, and energetically clear. Trust your unique energy is your greatest magnet, magnetizing all your desires, your absolute blissful heaven on earth into your reality. Everything has started from conscious thought and been made manifest. And 5 years ago, I was manifesting living in the mountains by the sea. Hello. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it is. And when you script and journal, you can be in the process of manifesting. And I did this myself in writing it down that I intended to move to this specific location 5 years ago, and had completely no recollection of that until I had moved into this apartment and randomly opened an old journal of mine onto a random page where it wasn't random, nothing is coincidental. At the top of the page was, I want to move to 𝑓rugaliana to live in the mountains by the sea, to which I said, F off. Like, what? Like, it just slapped me across the face, kind of like in a cosmic funny of, no way. Like, I literally set my intention to create this, and here we are. Nothing was coincidental. And you get to, this is the power of journaling. You get to create more of the reality that you prefer, and to expand on it day by day, and to give up the fear of losing anything, or anything being out of your control, or because you can always come back into the energetic work of refining yourself from within, in realigning with what feels good, with realigning with your natural states of abundance, bliss, beauty, harmony, truth, love, prosperity, success, that your health is your wealth. And the health is from thinking beneficial thoughts, positive thinking, cultivating positive emotional experiences. And while you may not always feel them, there is the love in giving, compassion, grace, witnessing, observing, alchemizing emotions that may feel less than pleasant, because it simply neutralizes and brings you back into a higher vibration and raises your frequency naturally and organically again, because you're not in resistance with yourself. You're giving love to yourself through all seasons, cycles, experiences in your humanity. That is it from the book. I'd like to read the angel card on communication and keeping channels open for listening and receiving. Feminine energy very strong today, in contact with the earth, in grounding. I also shared content on that earlier on how allowing that feminine flow can bring greater clarity and refinement, grace and poise into your action steps in more potent energy. So you're not slaving away working 12 hours a day, but you can do potent work within 4 to 5 hours that brings you results through the congruency of your frequency. The angels remind you that being spiritual is about being genuine and honest. When you speak from the heart, others feel the resonance of truth and trust you. Talk positively, focus on the good in life, and you feel happier and healthier. Communication is a two-way process. Listen with interest and respond openly. This improves all relationships. Communicate constantly with Source using prayer, which is asking with gratitude, and meditation, which is listening in receptive mode. Always keep channels of communication open and be a bridge to others' hearts and minds. Ask your angel to step into your aura and communicate in a higher way through you, through your vessel, through your being, which is the conduit for manifestation and miracles and everything that you require and desire. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and so it is. The affirmation says, I communicate clearly and honestly, being open to that. Again, if you'd like to get a copy of my journal, you're welcome to do so. There's a link in the description box below. Also to my book, or if you'd like to join me in my 6-week group coaching experience, there is a link to get your ticket below, and I gift the book to you as a thank you, appreciation, as your complimentary companion on that journey. Before wrapping up, I'd like to share that a whole bundle of cards has come out that Spirit was guiding me to keep going, keep picking. That as each card was turned over, it was telling a storyline that I'm now going to go through with any other energies or messages that come through at this point in time. And it starts off with the Lover's card in cultivating greater love within you, so you experience it in your reality. When you are more loving of yourself, you're automatically more loving of others because you're more harmonious in your own inner being. You cannot possibly have any haters. You only have the reflection of your subconscious mind where you may be doubting, fearing, worrying about something, or not believing that you deserve the highest good, and also seeing the mirror reflection of another person's internal state of being. So any hatred that you may feel is directed at you is simply a mirror of that person's own self-hatred within. You can't possibly have haters. It's only a reflection of someone's resistance within them. Isn't that something that's liberating in itself and that you can hold grace and compassion for? And it brings you back to greater love of yourself and love of what is, because you can see through the veil and the illusion and hold yourself in a higher perspective, in a higher frequency, holding the energy of love within you. That makes you more magnetic to more loving experiences because you can let things be off water off a duck's back or rise higher. And I know I've mentioned this in previous videos of how the eagle, if attacked by crows or crows kind of get on its back, doesn't retaliate, doesn't bite back, simply rises higher above it, to which the crows can only fly so high because of oxygen or whatever it is, and they fall away. So the eagle simply just rises above a situation, and not necessarily about being the bigger, the better person, but simply knowing that going up in frequency, choosing the frequency, the altitude there serves you best. It protects you without you needing to overextend your energy and so on. That may resonate for some of you in relationships, in relational dynamics right here, right now. You can rise above scenarios or circumstances by choosing the higher frequency. So whatever circumstances that there may be in your reality, to literally starve your pain body. And I've seen someone else say this, and to choose to feel better, just instantly choose to feel better, because then you can neutralize and transform those situations which are not even really real in this holographic world. and that you can choose to feel better and think better and hold that energy in your body, and therefore generating and creating better outcomes for yourself. You can be the glitch in the matrix and shifts dynamics in your favor. That is the power that you have, and you can harness it and utilize it for good, for positive impacts, for how you share your truth, your message, your authenticity, and your love. Because ultimately, love is what transforms, and love is what we're here for, and love is what we all require and desire and want to experience more of and expand on, starting within us, so that we can genuinely and authentically experience it in our reality. And that truly supports us in thriving. Wow, that all just came through. And next from that, we have mythic reality, and that's just mirroring what I was saying. And this is the energy of Archangel Michael as well. I know that there's like St. Michael's location in France, I believe, of this actual what it's reflecting, what's mirroring to me, and how you can cut cords and ties with anything that's illusion, that's a false belief or a limitation, to reconnect with your, and this is reminding me of the chakras and the rainbow bridge within you, which is in your heart, coming back to love. You can transmute and transform anything. All is a co-creation with God, which is in your heart. It's not anywhere outside of you. You don't need to go to some ashram. You don't need to go to some Buddhist temple. You can simply connect within in the portal of your heart from wherever you are in any moment of any day, knowing that it's the Church of God within you. The God force is in your heart. You came here with it. It's always available and accessible to you in every moment. And isn't that wonderful, amazing, awesome thing to know and understand and comprehend and connect with when you chill in meditation? You simply close your eyes, you simply breathe. Have you ever noticed how if you go on a brisk walk or go jogging or do some cardio and your heart starts pumping, you can put a hand on your heart and give gratitude for it and feel the aliveness and vitality of it, and notice how you may be hard on yourself sometimes. Lowering your cortisol or stress is so important for your body, for also keeping weight down, which supports you in attracting better, because in your body feels lighter and can hold more light. Wow, well, that coming out here. You're undergoing transformation at this time, transformation at the cellular level in the body, and how you care for and nurture yourself in the body. You're called to surrender to divine wisdom, to divine guidance, to following the current and tapping into your sacred sexuality within you, within the sacral chakra, what gives you passion, aliveness, pleasure. You're allowed to experience more pleasure and to give up and to shed any feelings of guilt, shame, doubt, anything, to truly ignite it and let that energy rise up into your heart chakra, so that it's felt more through the lens of love and is not something that is egoic or lustful and so on, that may attract something to you that is not truly serving your higher self and your vision and mission. That you be wary of any distractions comes to me, and that you align that sacred sexual passion energy with the wisdom of your heart and your vision, coming up to there's the three dantians, the lower dantian, the mid dantian, and the upper dantian, sacral chakra, heart chakra, third eye chakra, and drawing the energy up your body. I do this in my courses with people and doing 𝑓̀u𝑀 breathwork practices to support people in feeling more grounded. I've had clients say, wow, I can't even move my legs right now. I feel like I'm glued to the floor, because it's so grounding and so anchoring and so igniting and uplifting. In aligning those three centers, then you're more truly aligned with harnessing your sexual energy in a divine way that serves your highest good and not necessarily egoic human desires, although your ego serves a purpose and is to be embraced with love and can support you in making forward action on your goals. So there is love and acceptance to be given to everything. Remember the God force within you, connecting to that. I love how the storyline is unfolding with these cards. Unconditional love. Not to look at anything as bad or wrong, good or bad, right or wrong, and so on, but to see the unity of everything, coming into unity of the masculine and feminine energies is so important. And it may feel now, since I mentioned the power of feminine energy, allowing yourself to be more receptive and ease and flow, you switch out of the masculine energy of pushing and forcing or constantly striving and the hustle and grind and the action, to also allowing pauses and rest and flow and playfulness and connecting to your intuition and meditation and your creative expression that's expressed and emerges from you, allows a greater balance and harmony within you, feeling strong energy of balance. That was coming to me yesterday quite profoundly, in balancing the masculine and feminine energies, because then you feel more in unity within you, and then you experience more of that in your reality, and not only that, you are part of contributing to that vibration energetically. Meditation brings illumination of your path. The Prophet, I'm going to read from this if I have the booklet here. This is what I'm drawn to read on. Thank you for being here, for liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Right? And we go to the Prophet. It says, all unfolds in perfect time, and all you need to know is revealed at the most perfect moment. Be patient and trust, for angelic forces are at work in your life right now. Feel the presence of the goddess, the god goddess within you. Ask her to clear your mind so you may hear her guidance within your heart. The goddess speaks through feelings that stir within you. Your emotions are all messengers. Feel her pull your heartstrings as she bathes you in her healing light. You receive a sudden inspiration when you least expect it, and this leads to a most positive outcome. Be prepared for a pleasant surprise. I have full body tingles in saying that, so expect the unexpected is coming to me, and what if something even bigger, greater, more expansive is coming into your reality right here, right now, something beyond your wildest expectations? What if you're moving from any stagnancy or stuckness or things being repetitive and the same into something that is, wow, massive opportunity coming to you that you didn't even perceive? Or believe in magic, believe in miracles, believe that something can just unfold and come right towards you that you were not anticipating. Why would you not believe in miracles unfolding every single moment of every now day? They happen all across the world. And we tend to focus on the negatives or what's happening in the news and these events, yet miracles are always happening. Does anyone follow the good news guy on Instagram who is intentional about putting out good news this week? The good things that happen. More of that, please. Thank you. Color your life. To notice what colors you are drawn to, because color has frequency vibration, and it can give you messages of what frequency you can attune yourself with, what calls to you or speaks to you that you may need more of in your life, or even to look at your wardrobe of the most dominant color that you tend to wear and what you feel it's doing for you and what it's manifesting for you in your reality. And if you could choose to inject a bit more color, or notice, does this happen to anybody else, that when you go shopping, you tend to be drawn to the same color that you're wearing? This happens to me. And I observed it, and I'm just like, I'm wearing blue and I'm drawn to the blues. And I'm just like, yeah, we're doing this again. And, and then looking at some others and just kind of like, it's kind of like it's an interjection of like forcing myself to observe others or see what I'm drawn to or what I feel, and could I expand and go for a new color that perhaps I haven't worn in a while or I don't usually wear, and just see how I feel about that and what's coming to me. So interesting that I connected with someone in a nearby village who has a shop with all these different colors and sections of clothes around her shop, and she was drawn to me, asking me questions about spirituality, and it was just kind of came not really out of nowhere. It was something that was she was drawn to do energetically in her intuition. And what came out of it was me giving her some quiz and things that she could do, and saying, wow, you could set up an app for this shop and have a customer experience for when people come in, what colors they're drawn to and what it does and what it means for them, or to engage with your customers in that way, or to do color therapy, or to do what colors match their complexion. And it can be a way for you to make your experience of being in the shop a little more entertaining, because you can really feel from her energy she was bored in that role doing it for a few years. And this is important in any role or identity that you're in, and boredom can come in, or if you feel that you're constantly going at the same thing. And even if you're marketing your business, it's like you've got to put that effort in. Like you've got pets, you pick up their poop, clean their trays and things. And there's a repetitiveness to that, to making your bed, doing the laundry, da da da. But then you can constantly find new ways to inject fun and enlightenment and enthusiasm into it. So I'd seen it was at 𝑓luid sharing how she would making the bed an Olympic game, like it was some kind of time competition. She could see she could outdo her time each day, or won and do something. And you can be playful and inject more color into your life in that way, making it more colorful so that you bring joy to the mundane things and you observe which frequencies you're drawn to by way of color. For wealth and sovereignty and power, yellow and golden colors are highly potent for attracting that kind of energy into your reality. Green is the color of the heart chakra and can amplify healing and unconditional love and shedding any grief. And we can go through transformational grief as we change and shed the old and become the new. Like, well, what do I do now? And who am I now? And what's going on in the world? And what do I do with my life? These things can happen in stages throughout our lives. And green connects you to the Mother Earth, connects you to nature, connects you to your health, your wealth, your vitality, your life force, your unconditional love within. It's also the energy of Archangel Raphael, who is the patron of healers. He's the Archangel of healers and healing you and helping you to expand from your heart. Drop a comment, let me know which colors you resonate with. Pink being the higher heart, the thymus gland, and joy, and activating a higher love within you. So pink can be joyful. I personally did not like pink as a child and reconnected with it later on in life. It's interesting the story that came about in that. Anyway, let me know, drop a comment on color. The video continues. Mother Mary is always with you. See the blue light. A lot of blue light coming into the planet at this time, and in a good way, like not the blue light that we can experience from screens and digital technology, that we need to be exposed to more red light from sunlight, from sunrise and sunset. That red light really supports your nervous system and your body in healing and receiving light codes. The Mother Mary is associated with blue light coming into the planet for healing, for expansion. It also relates to starseed energy, if that resonates with you. You can always call on the energy of the Mother Mary for support, to feel embraced, to feel healing love, to feel alchemy, to feel you're not alone in your processes, to feel guided, to feel nurtured, to feel soothed, to feel calm. To return to wholeness and the divine love that is the truth within you. Beautiful energy coming through. I'm hearing, worry not, my child, you are held in eternal embrace. Wow, potent energy coming through there. I just felt it flood my entire body. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Intimacy. If you feel that you've been hurt or wronged by anyone, that is a reflection of your own relationship with yourself to some capacity, since you are the universe experiencing itself. And the more you are intimate and truthful and honest with yourself, and that you cherish yourself and you cherish your connection to the divine, which is not outside of you, it's activated within you in your heart, the more you see the mirror effect of that love in your reality. The more you hold the truth of that in your heart, the more you're grateful for it, the more you surrender to it, the more you experience that expansion. And it requires you to slow down, to enter into stillness, to be receptive in communication, so that you're not always pushing outcomes or trying to micromanage the universe. I'm getting to let the universe deliver more to you or to give you divine promptings and inspiration that, as I said again, you take action on. The real you coming out in doing that and allowing the world to see the real you, the divinely expressed, authentic version of you, with no fears, with no holding back, sharing your voice and visibility, your stories, your magic, your wisdom, your medicine is what allows you to enter into your era of thriving, of prosperity, of success, of positive impact, of influencing others in ways beyond your comprehension that serves something greater beyond you. You may feel that you're shedding a lot that's a purgatory. And as I'd mentioned before, giving love, grace, and compassion to all of your emotions, the totality of your human experience, actually brings you back to the truth of who you are, which is full, complete, divinely perfect, and whole right here, right now. And when you're in that vibration, not needing or wanting anything, you master the art of detachment. You're no longer in a push-pull dynamic. You're no longer feeling resistance within your energy. You're feeling fullness, wholeness, completion, gratitude, satisfaction, contentment, calm, clarity. You feel empowered, you feel emboldened. You feel that you're receiving right here, right now. You're divinely grateful, appreciative, awestruck, believing in miracles and magic and seeing them unfold for you. So much love and blessings to you. You always have a guardian angel. You have had a guardian angel with you since you came into being in this world in human form. Is always around you, always walking next to you, always there to be connected with, and they can't step in or intervene or give you guidance unless you call upon them. And this is why the communication again is so important. You can journal, you can meditate, you can attend to connect, you can speak and ask, even in tone within your mind without using your voice, or to declare, I desire to receive guidance from my guardian angel. Here and now, I'm open to receiving your wisdom, your signs, your synchronicities. I ask you, you can even direct the communication. I ask you to connect with me or to communicate with me through writing, through music, through that you can refine this contact and communication to make it more on your terms. So you're not, for instance, getting messages in the middle of night that may be a disturbance for you, which certainly has happened to me. And I had to ask my guards to knock it off and be more appropriate. To not affect my quality of sleep, which does hugely matter in how you show up in your visibility and voice and having the energetics to carry out life on this Earth School voyage. That resonates with anyone, that you get to open communication and say, guide me please, or show me, even as you journal, if you're connecting with your guides, let my hand flow freely and share your messages with me. I continue to write and see what comes through, and you may amaze yourself with what appears on the page and read back over it and see that you have indeed received divine messages. It certainly has happened several times for me down the years. And it was one reason that I wanted to create the journal that I made to support others in having that connection, because I really strongly believe in the power of returning to ourselves, to our spiritual sovereignty, to being clear in our own channel, in receiving divine guidance and feeling that we are the authority of our own lives, and we stop outsourcing our power to influences or energies outside of us, and that you can come back into being more of a creator rather than a consumer, rather than looking or seeking for answers outside of you, that you can come back into being the source and knowing that you have your whole spirit team and guides and ancestors that you connect with. Another thing that's come to me recently to share is to recommend shamanic journeying. There's videos by the honest guys here on YouTube who absolutely love and appreciate for their dedication to creating those tracks, where you can set the intention to connect with your angels, your guides, ascended masters, people who have passed over, through going in within the tree of your ancestors, or you feel guided in to meet your guides. You may have animals come to you and so on. And you can feel and experience, the more you surrender to this experience, you can feel yourself receiving the embrace of unconditional love, divine love in who surrounds you, in spirits and angels and guides, in promptings you are given, in visuals you are given, in information that you receive, and information that you surrender to being encoded into your body. And you can always set the intention to declare this mantra before surrendering into this practice, so that you feel clear and safe in your energy, and that you're not allowing something that you may not prefer to enter in. So you can call out a mantra to ensure that in energetics and say, only energies of the highest light, ascended masters and my ancestors of the highest light may come into contact with me and be in this space. All disharmonious energies must leave now. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and so it is. And you declare that, and you create a protection around yourself, and you invite the highest light to come in to communicate with you, to connect with you. And you may feel experiences in your body where your cellular DNA is being upgraded somehow, or you're receiving messages and insights into your body that you can still have coded into you over the coming days and rewiring your subconscious mind. And it may be data or information or frequency adjustment that is beyond your human mind comprehension, that you simply cannot put into words or may not even visualize or see what has happened or unfolded, yet you can observe how a shift has occurred, which is undeniable. People have different experiences in these mystical experiences and this devotion to spiritual practices, yet check out the Honest Guides for Shamanic Journeying, which is connecting you more to the rhythm and the beat of your heart. And as it speeds up, there may be quite a few of you here who have already done this and do this practice, that it's important to return to the practices that you feel have served you and benefit you and support you in feeling greater love. I certainly have had profound experiences of entering into this tree as you were guided and feeling greeted by my ancestors and energies of beings who had such love for me. And it's so profound that it may even make you emotional. It make your heart crack open. It make you feel, oh my God, that you're just heart expanded. And that serves your frequency, it serves your reality creation so profoundly because you attract the resonance of who you are. And the more your heart is open, the more you are in divine love, the more you are open and receptive, the more you can receive what is the mirror of that, and the more joyful and loving, expansive, harmonious, wealthy, healthy, prosperous, successful your life can be because you're more in resonance with the truth of who you really are. A lot of information coming in this video. You can ask your guides and spirit team, and also Archangel Michael to support you in. This is the crucifixion card, which says that your thoughts may be going against you. We can be our own worst enemy in how we may think sometimes, and clarity of thoughts and focusing on positives truly directs our ship as the captain of your ship in your reality and creating better outcomes for you. So observe, if you're a person who tends to expect the worst case scenario, where does that come from? It comes from some story. There's an origin point, whether it's in this lifetime or a previous lifetime, that there's the invitation to shift and to ask your spirit team and archangel, your guardian angel, to help you cut cords or attachments with thought forms that are no longer benefiting and serving you, so that you can expect the very best, so that you can get onto the vibe of the law of assumption, of assuming the very best for yourself and aligning with that way of thinking. Even write it down next to your bed so you look at it every night before you go to sleep. Positive thinking, align with the thoughts of what you are preferring to create and what you want to imagine and what you want to bring into your reality as co-creation. And when you wake up in the morning, even having, this is a holographic world, I'm the creator of my reality, and I choose to align with best thinking, best assumptions, positive outcomes for myself and for others, that I choose to believe in harmony and love and peaceful interactions in my reality this now day. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it is. And aligning with that every single now moment of every day. It takes work, and it's the work that rewards you, and it's the work that leads to your ultimate expansion and success. Releasing any judgment of yourself primarily, because everything that you may project, I mean, being the creator of your reality, your projection onto the world is your assumption of yourself, what you're believing of yourself. So are you projecting the very best? Are you projecting the version of you that you love, admire, respect, cherish, adore, that you hold in a high esteem, that you hold with confidence and power and truth and love and beauty, that you want to radiate that you want to broadcast and share positive things because you're choosing to project that version of you and feeling the energy of it, being in congruence and coherence with it. And therefore the universe simply has to match up to that. in light, in truth, holding the light. This liberates you from the inside out, a liberation, shedding any confusion about the truth of who you are, an illusion. Things being revealed to you in more light once you align more with the truth of who you really are. Seeing the saint and sinner in everyone, this is integrating the shadow. And integrating the shadow was a huge thing at eclipse time. In probably seeing, you probably have felt seeing more of your own shadow come up and giving love to that version of you. Giving love to the darkness or the parts of you that you may like less or find less pleasant, and feeling a sacred rage come up somehow, and to allow that and to not allow yourself to believe that that's impacting your reality creation. It's the fact that you're not making it a permanent state and you're not staying stuck there. Some people can say stuck in depression for very long periods of time, unless they alchemize it and choose and make a powerful choice to decide to take action or to feel better and think better, and therefore they can move out of those sensations and experiences in reality creation. Yet you can give love to all parts of you if you've ever gone through these things or episodes of anxiety or panic attacks, and I certainly had panic attacks earlier on in life. And just seeing how wow that all led you forward in progress, in how you changed and alchemized certain things. And the more you have compassion for yourself, for both light and darkness, the more you can hold compassion and grace for others in all their humanity and mess, and it can allow you to feel more forgiving. And that's not necessarily to mean it doesn't necessarily mean that you allow close contact with certain people that you feel can't really have access to you in the same way for whatever reason it may be. And I respect, support your own intuition telling you what choices are true for you. Yet forgiveness is a liberation, enlightening you in your body, and is important for your health and your harmony, since bitterness and resentment and holding on to grudges makes your energy feel dense. It causes stagnancy and blockages in your energy and can prevent the flow of abundance and prosperity to come to you, because ultimately you want to be in the energy of love. You want to be in the energy of gratitude and appreciation. You want to give gratitude to everything shaping and molding you into who you now choose to be, and how you can always choose to make it even better. Decision needs to be made on who you want to be and what you're aligning with and moving forward in your vision, in your impact, in your why. I am so excited to connect with people in my Evolve program to go through exactly this, and how you align your decisions more clearly, more confidently, with more certainty on who it is you're deciding to become, and drawing in that future version of you right here, right now, that you love, admire, respect, cherish, appreciate, celebrate, expand on even more. And it feels blissful and joyful and harmonious. And therefore, the universe simply has to match up to that frequency. Do you want to get in? Tickets are below in my description box. And it is, as the cards say, decision time. All is perception. The first of the universal laws is we live in a mental world, and everything comes from our thoughts. And our thoughts aligned with our hearts broadcast a much greater electromagnetic field that extends much further from us when we are in states of love and gratitude and appreciation. And when you activate the feeling of love, appreciation, and gratitude, you can filter those thoughts and perceptions to be more loving. And that is truly what attracts better to you. And this is the age of frequency. The age of Aquarius, the age of frequency. It's no longer pursuing things from the mental mind energy in thinking states, but giving over to the magic and the Piscean energy as well here in spiritual connection and spiritual practices, and in moving on, allowing yourself out of the spiritual woo-woo closet I'm getting will allow you to see, the more that you shine in the truth of your authenticity, the more you will see a heaven reflected back to you, because you are being more true to yourself. How does that one resonate for you? And how you can choose to shift perception and to believe even in challenges. This is serving me. This is for my benefit. All is working in my favor. The universe is guiding me. The universe is aligning things for me right here, right now. I'm so grateful for all the opportunities. I'm grateful for everything that comes my way. And this is teaching me something, unlocking greater wisdom, medicine, alchemy, in ways that I can move forward and be more of who I truly am. And we have Gaia, Mother Earth, and how you are not separate from her. And the more you're in loving, healing vibration, that green energy, Archangel Raphael, invoking him to cover you in green liquid light, to pour that down through your being, from your crown down through your body, covering, protecting you, giving love, even looking out across the mountains, which I often do, setting intention, because I do Reiki sessions, and I'm a Reiki master teacher, and you can share intention of prayer and energy even through your eyes. Like, I know Dr. Usui, who was the first to teach sharing Reiki, was not the founder of it in a way, because everything is energy and it has always existed. That is my own personal opinion on that. And no disrespect to anyone who may not disagree, yet everything is energy, has always existed, it is infinite. Yet he brought forth the teaching of it and starting the schooling in the East, and then it got brought over by 𝑓̑ over to the West, and how it continues to grow and expand through various lineages that teach it. Yet for him, he was doing energy healing sessions where he he was treating 5 people at the same time. I've read about this, by having a foot on one and their foot on another, a hand on one, another hand on another, and then looking at someone with intention through his eyes, sharing energy healing. Quite profound and beautiful, yet we can radiate and broadcast this energy from us in peaceful intention, in doing planetary healing, in envisioning and imagining and setting intentions for positive outcomes, not only for ourselves but for all. It's truly beautiful and profound work, and they've done trials on this. I shared in my stories recently on and I've known about this Mariachi effect, of how when groups of people gather collectively with the intention from wherever they are, whether it's online or in person, and they meditate on world peace, they meditate on calm, they meditate on visualizing positive outcomes, that results were found, that the crime rate reduced, that there was less war, and so on. Going back to the 1970s, there was a study carried out on this. And the more people align and stop, and I'm drawn back to the crucifixion card again, and stop crucifying themselves with their own thinking, this is actually creating negative outcomes in the world when we focus on negative thinking. And this takes us to such high standards of personal integrity within, in accountability and responsibility, in constantly doing the devotional work of aligning our thoughts with what is more benevolent. I can never seem to say that word. And positive, and leading to focus attention on positive outcomes. It's not only for ourselves, it's impacting the planet. It's creating more peaceful outcomes. It's pouring into Mother Earth. It's being loving of Gaia. It's having appreciation for all that we have. It's coming back into gratitude and love. And this is the true work. And it's not always easy. Yet the more we reconnect with the remembrance of it, which is why having a reminder next to your bed when you wake up in the morning and before you go to sleep can keep you on track with being a more powerful manifester in consciously creating what serves not only your good but the good of all. And it's a beautiful thing to devote yourself to and commit yourself to, and to show up every day, putting the effort in within you in your own energetic practices and your own inner transformational work, and then in the action that you take in your reality to create more of your heaven, and to focus on that, and to turn your attention away from what is not that, focusing on the frequency. You get on the frequency first in the morning, and it can profoundly impact your day. Okay, finally, I had, Tarot, King of Wands is claiming authority and your own inner leadership within your own energetics. This is sovereignty, and this is holding the energy of embodied wisdom and power within you, that you are the king and queen of your own life and reality creation. And that comes with responsibility. And the responsibility is surely in mind, body, soul connection and aligning, and the inspired action in how you show up in action is a must. So I was guided to this piece of paper where I'd written something down a very long time ago, where at some workshop I did, someone gave the exercise of make a list of things without which you could be happy. Like if they weren't in your reality, if they were gone, if you didn't have them anymore, you would be okay and your life would be fine. And just to see how much you value something. Like for instance, I used to be a book hoarder, big time. So many books. And I have quite a few here also. Apart from in storage where I have boxes of but yeah. When you come to what matters and the simplicity of things, like anything could happen any day. We don't know how long we're here for. And I mean the morbid but truthful reality of that. You could essentially give them all away, donate them, give them to someone else to read. And I do this with clients at times where they may come and I may feel that they're transcending or healing from a certain issue, and I might find that I'm drawn to a certain book that can guide them and allow them to leave with it, and then they don't return with it. It's okay. It serves its purpose. See, energetically, it goes where it needs to, and that's complete. A previous version of you probably would have wanted that book back. Well, there's no need to hold on. This is the detachment again of you can just give, and you don't need to hold on to anything because you already are and have everything. So are there things in your reality that you feel that you could let go of, and they can help you also still in this eclipse energy or this transition or change into a new version of you? If there's things in your home space that you feel actually this is not high value priority, it's not incredibly useful to me, I could typically, donate it to someone or gift it to someone or give it away or throw it away or consciously, or however you do so, because you actually create more energetic space for what aligns with your highest values and what truly gives you joy. And this is what was the Marie Kondo. Does it spark joy when you can let go of it? And it may be that you're called to, I'm drawing back to the color card, to declutter your wardrobe somehow and to let go of some clothes that may be a bit tattered or worn or colors that you're not very drawn to or in resonance with right now. So you create space for newness or freshness and better quality. You make a better standard. And because you're signaling to the universe and that I'm worth more, I have higher value, I deserve better, I'm embracing this color, the energetics of this frequency. It's a beautiful thing to do. So there may be ornaments, there may be things there that you feel are for presentation that don't truly bring you joy or serve a purpose. The less you have actually in your environment, the more you're open to new energies coming in. So it definitely does serve a purpose. But following on from this exercise, look at things without which you could never be happy. And these give you huge signs of like what really gives you joy. I put down for myself music, knowledge, and the seeking of knowledge, and the communication, the divine channeling, the reading, the creating. It's the essence of our being, to be inspired by fresh ideas, by adventures within, adventures in our reality, and connecting with people in learning and in evolving. A huge for me. Sunshine. We need the sun on our body. Sun clothes and how it activates you and upgrades your body. Nature. You need to be in nature. You need to ground and cleanse yourself and cleanse your auric field. Affection, appreciation, the contact, and hugging is huge. And I don't know if any of you during 2020 were feeling like, damn, I need a hug. I miss hugs. I miss my people when we couldn't see one another. And as a huge hugger, that was a huge thing for me. Like, oh my God, this is so depressing. I just want to hug all the people I know. You know? And we need the physical contact, and it does something to our energetics. The hormone will release the serotonin, oxytocin, and whatever that hit of the belonging and the love and sharing the love, and how it's great for our frequency, sense of freedom, personal freedom, that you cannot live without feeling free to do some of the things that you want to do, have the freedom to express yourself and share your truth and show up. And we're highly blessed to have the technology that we have to connect with anyone from around the world. That now is just a unique time to be a creator and not to allow yourself to fall into the trap of thinking that AI is taking over. You have more power than you generations previous to us had in using the power of our voice, our truth, and our visibility. It's incredible. Full body energy there. Safety. We all need to feel safe in order to thrive. Safety in your nervous system, safety at home, safety in our relationships, safety to be ourselves, safety in connection. That this is the root chakra base. It is the base of trust, feeling trust in the divine, feeling trust in yourself, feeling trust in the world, that you can relate and connect. That all expands and moves up through your energy channel and supports your thriving and growing from the inside out. The huge issue in society is people feeling in fear and a lack of safety, which is illusion once you disconnect from certain environments and absolutely events of war and things that unfold. When you are in an environment that's safe and you can experience that and activate that in your energy and feel a sense of calm in your nervous system, you shift and see glitches in your world and you're on an upward spiral. And it's so important that we share this work with others, that the more can come into a sense of safety within, the more we're adding to the collective healing of the planet. And feeling good, I'd written down, I can't be without feeling good, because feeling good is the portal to more of what feels good, naturally, by resonance. And notice that a lot of these things that I have mentioned are free. That we have access to, that is available to us. And that is beautiful and magical and magnificent. What are those things for you? Feel free to comment and share. What are the things that you could never be happy without? So you can focus in on them and you can focus in on your highest values. And I go through so much more on that in value and leveraging your unique value with prompts and exercises to make uniquely yours in my 6-week group coaching program, Evolve. And tickets are down below. I'd love to see you, where we go through energetics, fine-tuning your frequency, overcoming challenges and obstacles, how to neutralize them. So much wisdom in there. Value your highest values, your inherent value, aligning with it, leveraging the power of love through how you show up and shine and how you share and what you express and create to make life more easeful and expansive for you in the embodiment, finally, and celebrating that. And I have a framework, I have content there, yet I'm also giving over to the spaciousness of presence to be with the collective who joined in, so that I can add to the Q&A, to add value, to pick up on the energies that come in. There will be transmissions, there will be specific insights given to specific people who join in, so that you receive clarity and messages and insights that support you in an inner expansion, in knowing action steps or what to move away from or what to fine-tune yourself to. So you can be on the trajectory of timeline jumping or quantum leaping and really expanding in your reality. And it's a joy that I get to create this content and put it out there, to be part of that as a mission, and to connect with more beautiful people who believe in the power of inner transformation and expansion and evolution. As the more we get together to do that in creation of more of our dreams, the more that is reflected in the world. That is beautiful. Thank you for listening to this longer than expected video. I think it unfolded quite nicely. Timestamps going in. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Sending you so much love. Get your ticket to Evolve. If you'd like my book or journal, links are below. Sending you lots of love again. See you in the next one.